Why do we tell little girls that they can't play drums? Historically, the percussion field has been dominated by male performers. It's easier for little boys to pick up the instrument than little girls. There are even fewer females in the professional collegiate level. According to the College Music Society Directory of Music Professors in 2010, only 105 of the 1,691 professors were women. 26% of those were professors. The rest were adjunct, part-time, or even volunteers. In 1974, that number was only 6%. So we see more and more women coming into the percussion field. However, their ability is still being questioned. There are many reasons as to why this is. The history of the instrument, the band director's influence, and gender of the percussion role models. America is made up of all different cultures, and by default, we carry those virtues and cultural rules with us. For example, the Native Americans were the first here, and they're known everywhere for their drumming, whether it be for prayer or amusement. But women aren't allowed in the drum circles, and this is still a controversial issue. The blogger Shannon Thunderbird, who is a Native American woman, writes, "All of Mother Earth's children have an inherent right to celebrate their lives and the life of their parent, the Mother Earth, by playing any and all kind of drums." But there are many women and tribes around the world who are making their own drum circles. There is one group called Ignoma Nisha. These women challenge the stereotype, and they go around touring and showing off their traditional drumming. The group is made up of both Hutu and Tutsi women, and they teach their daughters and other young girls in the community the art of drumming. Along with historical stereotyping, young girls receive bias from the one person who's supposed to help them along their musical journey. A study by Dale E. Bazan, an elementary through middle school band directors in the Midwest, says a majority of directors, 53%, agreed or strongly agreed that gender stereotyping exists. This is whether a boy should play flute or a girl should play drums. Because teachers fueled this stereotype, children begin to believe it. Bazan says, boys and girls have similar ideas about which instruments should not be played by members of each sex. The characteristics of girls' musical practices, as described by teachers and pupils, do not merely represent conventions of female behavior, but perpetrate discursive constructions of femininity itself. Girls taking part in musical performance activities aren't just learning how to perform. They're also negotiating a gender identity. Johnny Hallman, a high school band director and percussionist, remembers even in college, girls in the marching band either played in the front ensemble or cymbals. When asked why, he responded, "That is what was expected of them, and most were willing, not because of their ability to play drums, but because it's what they were used to. Because that is what has always happened, they got used to the idea of not playing to their fullest extent, of not wanting to play the snare drum, even if they could. In their head, girls play cymbals, boys play drums. Today, when you hear about a percussionist, it's usually a boy, whether it be in a rock band or an orchestral setting. And that's not because there aren't female percussionists, it's mostly because boys just get more recognition. I can name many more male percussionists than I can female. According to a dissertation by Megan Aub of the University of Iowa, The current board of directors of the PAS, which is the Percussive Arts Society, includes 23 members. The 4 female members are Ruth Kahn, Julie Davila, Julie Hall, and Allison Shaw. The 4 female members, 4. The 17 committee chairs, also an important part of the PAS leadership, are all men. Of the 94 members of the PAS Hall of Fame, an extraordinary honor only given to those deemed to have reached the highest levels in the percussive field, only 3 are women: Keiko Abe, Vita Chenoweth, and Evelyn Glennie. As a society, we need to fix this ridiculous gender stereotype. If you Google female percussionists, one of the first videos that pops up is sexiest female percussionist. This woman playing drum set. She has to sexualize her music so that people will listen. If I have to sexualize my passion just for you to understand, it's a horrible thing. If you look up male percussionist, you're not going to get male sexy percussionist. That's just ridiculous. If a boy wants to play flute or a girl wants to play drums, we need to encourage them. Not all music teachers believe in this gender stereotype. It's mostly the older educators because that's what they were taught. We need to stop handing down this ridiculous stereotype. I have faith in this new crop of educators to understand that a student's genitalia does not coincide with their ability to play music. Thank you for your time, and remember, all drummers stick together.